What's going on, guys? It's your Jip Boy JC. I'm slurring my words over here. I ain't even drunk.
He's drunk. He's
It's your boy
celebrating that
JC.
Roman
Welcome
win
to the
last
Nerd
night.
Dungeon. We are waiting on Dre, which I think he might be joining us right now. But I ain't been here in a couple of weeks, so I'm glad to be back. It's been crazy at school this past couple of weeks, so and Dre is back. So it's been crazy at school the past couple of weeks, so I haven't been able to be on. I've been having to do homework and stuff and let the guys hold down the fort for me, and they've been doing a great job from the way I can see it. So appreciate it. So we got a couple of things to talk about tonight. I put in the comment section down below.
Hey, we didn't get cancel cultured, so that means we did a good thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, there were some people. No. But I put it down in the description, a couple of things we're going to be talking about tonight. But first, we're going to discuss the TV series, miniseries that Dre asked us to watch last week. Is he frozen again?
Mm-hmm.
Figures. And there he goes again. So we're going to discuss. Hopefully he pops back on. But we're going to discuss Dan Brown's The Lost Symbol. Now, I watched this before. I watched the first episode before anybody asked me to watch anything. And I love this show, dude. I'm a big Dan Brown fan. I love Angels and Demons. I love the Da Vinci Code. I love the puzzling, the mystery, the action mystery type thing. That's my type of stuff. So, like, I can do away with those law shows and just watch nonstop action mystery. It kind of reminded me of there's another TV show out there called The Librarians. It kind of gave me that type of feel to it. I think Robert knows that show pretty well because it has one of his big guys.
Yeah, Librarians. I mean, I'll agree. It had that feel to it, but for me, I felt like I felt like it was paced the same way as the Da Vinci Code, which I enjoyed.
What the fuck is going on?
You're frozen. There you go. Hi.
There you go.
Hi.
The security guard, only thing I can think of when I see him is Coach Carter.
Yes.
I just want to be back on the team, Coach. I just want to be back on the team. I just want to play. I want to play ball, Coach.
Have you ever seen the movie Rider Boys?
Yeah, Biker Boys. Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah, he was in
he was
that
also
too.
he was also in Arrow. He was in.
Yeah.
He did a bunch of stuff.
I like that dude.
I do too, but like I see his face, and I'm taken back to Coach Carter.
Get put up against the wall and get by Samuel.
Yeah, he keeps quitting the team, but he keeps coming back.
Hello,
laps, Coach.
Hello, Nadia. Play. Hello, Liz.
Yes, Christian Kane is yeah, he's my role model.
Yeah, Noah Wiley was also in The Librarians. That was a really good show. And I was kind of upset when they canceled it. Just like one of my biggest news is this week. I'm sorry, we're going to go on that in a minute. But one of my biggest news is this week is Netflix pissed me off royally. They took away the best show that was ever hit Netflix, and this is going to be the last season. And I'm
Cobra Kai?
No, The Last Kingdom.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
If you haven't seen that, that is a damn good show, and they took it away, and I was pissed.
Dude, I keep Netflix just long enough for me to watch Cobra Kai. Because I can watch half the same movies on all of the streaming services.
My daughter is really the next Netflix person in our family. There's a couple of shows I'll watch on there. I mean, I'll catch up on The Flash. But everything else, I'm good.
You?
Huh?
You?
I don't watch You.
Okay.
Sorry. If you guys watch You, that's fine with you, but that freak show is weird. So what's some shows you guys watch on Netflix besides Cobra Kai?
I'd have to go look. What was I just watching on Netflix?
Liz says Squid Game. I've heard of Squid Game. I know it's got to do with cookies with shapes that I've been seeing everywhere on TikTok, so I don't know. Welcome back.
He ain't back.
He's back. He's just slowly returning.
He has a panic look in his eyes. Just Jetta's taking over all of the available Wi-Fi signal in Charlotte right now.
No, it's my internet is lagging real bad. I keep saying it's my Wi-Fi.
It's all Jetta's fault.
It's all Jetta.
It's Jetta Patrol's fault.
Can you hear us? Or is it that lag?
Hello.
Dude, your lag is worse than
Your
mine.
lag is all on my screen.
Your lag is worse than mine, and that's bad.
Yeah. Oklahoma lag, North Carolina lag. Same crap.
Atypical was a good show.
I don't think it's a different device.
I need to watch Almost Paradise. I don't have cable, so I need to find a way to watch it.
And there he goes in.
But Tristan Kane is a freaking awesome individual. I met him like 3 years ago.
The Great
Best
British
day of my
Bake
life.
Off. Are you
I'd
saying
wanna
the Great
touch his
British
hair.
Bake Off is like a horror show?
No, she loves the British baking show.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as far as Netflix,
She's seen every season of that.
when I had
okay.
Netflix, I enjoyed watching The Ranch.
Yeah, Ranch is a good one. Until they changed Dax Shepard in for Danny Masterson.
But Dax wasn't that bad.
He wasn't bad, but he wasn't
Rooster, I
he
guess.
he doesn't have that mojo with Ashton that Danny did.
Oh no.
So
And also the like scare show with Gaten, that like scary prank show he had, Scare Tactics, I think, or something like that.
with Keegan Peele,
No,
who?
with Gaten, Matt, the kid from Stranger Things.
Oh, I didn't know he did one on there. I have not seen Virgin River yet, but I have been told good things. And Grace and Frankie, it's funny for old people. So,
Watch out.
Queen's Gambit, I haven't watched.
Queen's Gambit was good, but
I've
was
heard
like
of that.
a mini series, not a full TV
Is
series.
that the one about chess? Yeah.
Yes, that was the
Oh,
girl and the chess genius.
She's like thinking of all of her favorite Netflix shows over here and just putting them in the chat.
I think I was watching Hunter on Netflix.
Hunter x Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
That one's good. I like that anime. My daughter's watching My Hero on it. Yes, House on Haunting Hill. That was a great one. There was also, what was that sequel to that one that they filmed last year, or that they played last year? It was like the Baymore House or something like that. It was good. But as far as the Dan Brown one, it kept my interest. I think that I'm going to keep watching it. There's got to be something up. I got to try to figure out what's going on with the Asian lady, the cop.
Yeah.
She knows way too much, because I watched the first episode. I haven't got to see it yet. We've been trying to watch it together, and it's been slipping.
She's privy to what the CIA has in their vault.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with her, why she knows all of this. Because in Dan Brown, all the Dan Brown films, honestly, there's always been that inside guy for the bad guy. You know what I'm talking about? Like with Da Vinci Code, it was, it was the cop
Da
that
Vinci
was on
Code,
the inside.
Angels and Demons, and Inferno.
Yeah, but it was they always have an inside guy that aids the big bad guy. I did watch Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy was the shit. But I'm thinking that's her in this one. I think she's the inside guy to the bad guy. So we'll see. What did you guys like? What's some stuff that stuck out to you guys in that show?
I mean, for me, I liked it. Because I do like, Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and this followed very much in that kind of puzzle. Let's follow the clues, follow the mysteries. All of the obscure references. Parts of it I was like, but parts of it I was still like, really? So like for me, the the meditation chamber in the first episode, with the collapsing hallway, I was like, really? You're going to be able to put this under the Smithsonian?
And I agree with Nerdy Mama. She says it's hard to imagine Robert Langdon as somebody other than Tom Hanks. Was
that
hard.
one. That's a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get you're going to have to cast him for a series. You're not going to get.
They could have got
Hanks to
Colin
do.
Hanks.
Hmm?
They could have got Colin Hanks.
Man, he ain't doing nothing right now. He's just sitting at home doing nothing.
When was the last time Hanks did a series? What? Bosom Buddies?
Which Hanks?
Tom.
Oh.
Yeah, but Colin ain't doing nothing.
Collins? No, not lately. I know he's in Turner and Hooch. So.
Yeah. Dan Brown series, Turner and Hooch. That would have been a hard decision for me to make.
But his dad was in Turner and Hooch. Come on, man.
His dad was also in the Da Vinci Code.
Thank you. Yeah. That's not a good argument for this one, Jay-Z.
I don't know. I just think that Colin would have been a good replacement, if anything.
Truthfully, the kid who's taking on the role is he's doing fine for me so far.
Yeah.
No, he did. He did good. I only saw the first episode, but
what's happening, Sassy? Welcome to the stream.
But for me, it's not easy to see someone else in a role that was made famous by someone. But I think the fact that it's his son and they're kind of continuing the family lineage, it would be awesome. Because I don't know if they've killed him off, but to have Tom Hanks come back at some point and do a cameo.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Be like his mentor somehow.
That or Tom Hanks is the true big bad.
That'd be kind of cool too.
He's just testing his son to see if he's really as good as him.
Dre is having some technical difficulties, so
doesn't surprise me.
We'll see. We're doing great tonight, Sass. We were just talking about some of our favorite shows and seeing what people are watching on Netflix, and which is going to lead what we've been talking about just now. The Robert Langdon thing is going to lead us into our next topic, and that is I want to know your worst and your best when it comes to replacing somebody or a remake or when it comes to a recasting. Like, I want to know what was the worst one you watched and the best one you watched. And we'll start with you, Smitty.
That's easy. Worst is what's his name's remake of Planet of the Apes with Marky Mark?
Oh no!
So
no,
who was
no,
the?
no.
So who was
You went from Charlton Heston
to Mark Wahlberg?
to Mark Wahlberg. I mean,
Nah. My worst. John Travolta replacing Divine in Hairspray.
That was a big one.
How the
That was
like,
a huge one.
that
didn't think about that.
was a huge kick in the nuts to Hairspray fans.
I like Liz's, the person that plays the mom on Young Sheldon to Laurie Metcalf.
ooh, that's a
from
good
Big
one,
Bang
Liz.
Theory. That is a good one. But she's supposed to be older. And she shrinks, and her face gets skinnier.
But
and
still,
she loses
but-
hair.
Liz, John Travolta, I get Divine was dead and not around to
But it's still, what I'm saying is, like, it's a bad recasting. They could have picked a lot of other people to play Divine.
they were completely out of the same realm of.
All right, mine's along the same lines. It's the new Rocky Horror Picture Show that they remade.
They remade it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
You're talking
with
about
the High School Musical people.
That a Fox travesty.
Yes, and I just you ruined my show. Like, that's my Halloween movie show. You ruined it. So, yeah. So what's your best?
My best recasting, I would say, would be Battlestar Galactica. From the original,
You're back.
the
Trey's back.
70s original to the 2000s one.
Yeah, I could see that. I like that. So, Dre, what we're talking about now, since you missed our conversation, I'll let you chime in on your Dan Brown talk in a minute. What we're talking about now, and you froze again. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Slow-mo. The slow move in.
What we're talking about now is we're talking about your best and worst recast at Hollywood stuff. Like, we've already talked about our worst ones, which Robert said Divine from the John Travolta Divine from Hairspray, I think it was.
Yeah,
that was horrible. And then Smitty's was, what was yours, Smitty?
Charlton Heston to Marky Mark in Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, and mine was they recasted the whole High School Musical as the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that pissed me off because Rocky Horror is a classic. You can't mess with that. So,
they're all Disney kids.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Don't even think it was Disney kids. We pull it up and all.
That's when Fox was trying to do live Broadway type theater. Was it pre-taped and there's the same three people in every freaking show, and it was horrible. But Grease is worse.
So for Frankenfurter, they got Laverne Cox. Do you know who Laverne Cox is? She's the transgender woman on Orange is the New Black. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I've seen Orange is the New Black.
The transgender woman in the prison. That's who Frankenfurter was. They got Eddie to be played by Adam Lambert, which pissed me off royally. Riff Raff was Reeve Carney, and that dude was the guy from he's been in Penny Dreadful, he's been in a bunch of stuff, but he's like a teeny bopper. So they've turned Rocky Horror Picture Show into a teeny bopper movie. And it pissed me off. So
Well,
who's
that's
your
more like they were
worst?
trying to go for the, I guess, like the kid friendly version of it, because this culture is
Bop.
cancel culture.
Kids Bop. What it was it was going to Broadway. Like Liz was saying something about Broadway a minute ago. Yes, Glee did a better version of Rocky Horror than that one did. I totally agree. I was a Gleek. I'm sorry. But Rocky Horror shouldn't have been touched in the first place. Because that's like the all-time great movie. So leave it alone. I wouldn't even recast that movie. So that says something. All right, Dre, what's your worst recap? What's your worst casting ever? Like a recasting of a movie?
Recasting, remake.
John Stamos as the chef in The Little Mermaid.
That remake they did? Yeah, I agree. That was pretty bad. All right, what was your best, Smitty?
Oh, my best was Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. That's right. And Robert?
I'm gonna do Walking Tall with The Rock.
I like that. Dre, I'll let you think about it while I say mine, because it's going to take a minute for you to get to you. So I'm going to go ahead and say probably Ocean's 11. I think all the Ocean movies were really good remakes, and I know the beginning had like the Rat Pack, but George Clooney, Brad Pitt did a hell of a job.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm down with that one.
And Matt Damon and Scott Conn and
I did not know
Casey
that was Scott
Affleck.
Conn. I did not know that was James Caan's son.
Who, Scott Conn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Good old tweeter.
Old tweeter. All right, Dre, what was your best?
Originally, he was Christopher Reeve as Superman. I'm going to say Henry Cavill. I think there are a lot of great parallels you could draw to the two of them. I think for what Christopher Reeve was when I was growing up, he was Superman. Like, he was synonymous with being Superman.
That's true.
And, when I think about, looking at modern day superheroes, there have been so many recastings that have just been worse than the original, or a little bit better, depending on how you look at it. But then I was like, I don't know if I had to pick between the two of them, because I like Tyler Hoechlin on Clark and Lois,
the CW one,
on CW, because I think Tyler Hoechlin does a great job. Yeah, I think he does a great job as Superman and as Clark Kent and as a dad. And then I like Henry Cavill because I just like that he turned it up a notch in the Justice League Snyder cut. Like he went the way he should have. Like Christopher Reeve had to turn it up. So that's why I draw that. I could draw like the two of either one of those two were a great recasting for Superman.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think when Henry Cavill did his job, the first time he did Superman, I fell in love with him just like I did with Christopher Reeve. Like, he had the same stature, he had the same jawline, like he was Superman. If he had that little swirl, that would have been it.
All right, Trey. Question: did they do better with Cavill as Superman, or the guy they did to recast Zod?
Ooh.
Because honestly, the guy they did in for Zod in the Snyder ones, I like way better than the original.
That's hard.
It's
I think you can't really replace the original Zod, but the guy that
I scared him off with the question.
he was blinking and everything. I was like, "What are you doing?" But I think the same guy they got to replace Zod in the new ones, he was like in 8 Mile. He was the redneck dad in 8 Mile, stepdad. Did you ever watch that? The Eminem show?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the redneck stepdad that was abusive stepdad.
Mhm.
That was him. So that whenever I watch that, it takes me right to him. So I'm like, you know? Oh, Birdcage was really good. There's a lot of remakes that they're talking about coming out with. What's something that you're excited within this next year that they're coming out with?
No Way Home.
I was going to say that. Now I got to come up with something else.
If all the rumors are true, and we get to see Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe back in Jimmy Fox. I know you're Electro, bro. Don't tell me don't you know I'm Electro? I don't care. Willem Dafoe is a Goblin, and Doc Ock. Yeah, I'm excited for those.
I am too.
The appearance of Craven.
And Toby.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire back as Spider-Man, the real Spider-Man. Yeah.
The real Spider-Man. I don't know. I think Tom Holland's better.
Tom Holland still needs to get off the training wheels.
Liz has been on like this
Bollywood?
massive Bollywood kick. I mean, she has been like nonstop watching Bollywood films.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the Eternals.
That we were talking about that last week, the week before. We were talking about they're going back to the well to take.
I'm not knocking it, Liz.
That they're taking another group of lesser known Marvel characters. Will it work like Guardians did, or will it flop? I don't think it's gonna flop.
I don't know. It's not gonna flop. There's too many good people in the Eternals to let it flop. And I hope they do the story right. Like I've seen most of the story that they're talking about through the trailer, and it seems to be good. It's just there's little things that they're leaving out in the trailers that I'm hoping they just slapping you in the face with. And Dre almost jumped on here. Like I see him blink on and off.
For me, Book of Fett.
Yes. Book of Fett's coming. Supposed to be next year, ain't it?
December, isn't it?
I thought it was. Is it December? I thought it was January.
I'll take.
Whoa. We didn't say TV shows now.
That's
He
true.
asked
We
what I
didn't-
was
Season
looking
4.
forward to in the next
we were
year.
talking about movies.
Cobra Kai
But-
season 4.
All right, I'll give
That's
you
all
that
I
one.
need. Yes, Liz is correct too. Hawkeye.
Hawkeye,
Oh, yeah,
yes.
Hawkeye show. Yeah,
It's gonna be a Hawkeye Christmas.
I'm excited for a couple of things coming out on TV. Actually, like I know we glimpsed over it at one point in time where we talked about Outlander. Then that new season's coming out. Yellowstone's coming out.
Hell yeah, Yellowstone season 4, November 5th, I think, or 7th, or something like that.
7th. The 7th.
Flash?
I'm excited.
Back.
Flash is about to come back. The new Batwoman, they're coming out with another season.
Yeah, but they're all this might be her last season
yeah,
because it was slow last season. Very, very.
they're talking about filming a Miles Morales Spider-Man movie. So we'll see about that. They're talking about more Hispanics in superheroes movies
Yes.
coming. So We'll see about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's just a lot out there, man. And I'll say that some of the TV shows that I'm looking forward to, like Outlander and Yellowstone and all that, I cannot wait for them to get here because it's been a long time and I'm missing those stories.
Yes, I cannot wait for Hallmark Christmas movies coming out.
Yep.
I will be getting the friendly network again for about 2 months, so I can watch all the Christmas movies.
So
Hey,
what's some?
Are any of you guys watching Titans?
I have been.
Yes.
I have been.
All right.
DC, you give it a shot, and I just started Doom Patrol season 3. That was pretty. That's been getting.
I haven't got
too.
to see that yet, so it's on my watch list.
I'll just leave. It's good. It's like season 2 into season 3. It was like a perfect flow. So definitely.
See, I'm like Doom
I'm
Patrol.
still in
I watched
season
all
1. I'm
Doom
still
Patrol-
season 1 in Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. I'm caught up to season 2, but I haven't got there. On Titans, I'm in season 2. I haven't made it to
Oh.
season 3 yet.
Yep, I'm in season 3. I'm current.
I'm trying to catch. I've got a lot to
Fridays.
catch up on, man.
Friday after work, it's Titans.
I've got a lot to catch up on. Like I got to catch up on Flash. Like I haven't been caught up with that, so I'm catching up on that. Then I got to catch up
Hawk
on.
and Dove, Smitty, Hawk and Dove. That's all. Because I'm almost where you're at, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Wait,
Wow.
which version of Hawkins?
He's in spring
Huh?
around when Connor, when he was sitting there trying to.
Hey, stop it!
I just moved my
Stop it.
hands. I didn't touch anything else.
Oh, wait, because no, yeah, this is why there's something later on that
So,
It's bad. It's bad.
how do you guys
But it's
feel about
good.
musicals?
Hello.
I
I'm
Love
down
them.
for them.
there are a few I like. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Robert.
I was gonna say there used to be a diploma right about where Baby Yoda is. That was
Oh,
a
so
theater
they do.
degree. So yeah, I enjoy musicals.
What's your favorite musical movie?
That's tough, but I'm gonna say, like old school would be that West Side Story,
I like
Ooh.
that. That's a good.
and another one I enjoy is Rent.
Rent was good.
Then Les
It
Mis.
was really good. I went back and watched it a couple of days ago.
Les Mis.
I mean, as far as the movie versions, the only thing that kills me is that Hollywood tends to kind of go away from the source material a little bit. I'm looking forward to go back to your other question. I'm looking forward to seeing Dear Evan Hansen.
Yes, because from what I hear, the Broadway play was amazing.
Yeah,
So I really can't wait for that one. And
I know
So
the
what-
movie will
what
be a
was it,
little
Robert?
different, and
Dear
I'm
Evan
okay with
Hansen.
that. But the music is phenomenal.
And I love the dude that plays him. And he used to play. He was Benji in Pitch Perfect. So I love that guy,
Yep.
and he's so
Ben
awesome.
Platt.
Ben Platt, that's his name. Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait for that one. I think mine probably is The Greatest Showman. And I know that's a lot of people's, but it's got the message behind that. That's what drives me. Like,
Don't cheat on your wife.
huh?
Don't cheat on your wife because he was
No.
apparently trying to be sleeping with the hot singer that he liked.
I'm talking more on the lines of we're oddities, and we find each other like this, and we're not always going to be the most viewed. We're not always going to be the most out there person, but this is who I am, and accept me for who I am.
Oh, look
Well,
at JC get
Wait.
social. God, he took my social justice box from me, and he stood on it. Yay! Yay! I feel so happy. Thank you.
I'm since Liz is listing off all of these classics, I'm going to go with one she's probably going to hate me for. Sweeney Todd.
Hey,
No,
Sweeney
that's
Todd.
good.
Sweeney Todd's fire. I love that one.
I will back you up on that one.
And Emily Bonham.
I'm gonna go with what Bob said before and go with Les Mis because that was like I saw musicals because my son's mother she has a theater degree and she used to get free tickets through her class to go see shows. So I would always go see a show every week. So I saw a lot of off-Broadway stuff. I saw a lot of on-Broadway stuff. But like when it became the movies again, it was like Les Mis was one that had me crying in the theater because it just moved me by the actual singing. Like I would say my wife taking me to go to see Miss Saigon, which was amazing to actually see that in Blumenthal.
That one was good.
And, you know, I'd never seen it, and for years I'd wanted to in New York. And when she got us tickets, that was like amazing, and it was just great to sit there. And that was emotional too because the story for that one is just so involving, and so like you feel for the characters, and it's very telling. Again, if I'm gonna take my social justice box back to DC. That was another one that if they were to ever do it modern, you would definitely have a lot of conversation about immigration, love, interracial love. You know, what is it to be, you know, caught in this dichotomy of life, you know, where you're in war, but then you're trying to come back to live a normal life. And, you know, what happens to your life then. It's a very interesting musical in and of itself.
Yeah,
So-
Phantom was the first
Jekyll
one
and
I've
Hyde.
seen on Broadway. I took Liz to see that, and she had already seen it, of course, but that was my one of the first ones I went and saw live like that.
So I have to say this, Liz, as somebody from Oklahoma, I hate that movie. I really do. Or I hate that play. I really do.
In Oklahoma.
I've seen it twice, and I literally hate because it has nothing to do with Oklahoma. Like,
Wait,
I mean,
what,
it says Oklahoma and it has Oklahoma in it, but that's like ancient Oklahoma. That's not
Well, yeah,
now, and that's not.
well, yeah, it's not going to be, you know, Oklahoma from 10 years ago.
And I can tell you now,
You
my
mean
wife
the wind
has the
doesn't
stigma.
wisp across the plains anymore?
No, not at all. My wife has the stigma because she has always asked because she says she's from Oklahoma. I don't claim that at all. But when she says she's from Oklahoma, people ask her if people still live in teepees here because apparently that's what is known. And I'm like, are you retarded? I'm sorry, but no, that's not how we roll.
I knew that one was coming.
Cow tipping.
No, I knew Liz's comment was
Tumbleweeds
coming.
going down aisle 5 in Target.
It's like a Western. There's rednecks here, but they ain't cowboys. I promise you.
Oh, they're
Oh,
more.
we have a couple of ranches, but these are rednecks. Like rednecks. Like shoot you on if you step on foot on their property, rednecks.
You know, we are forgetting saying like, "Oh brother, where art thou?"
Oh yeah.
That was another good one. If I'm not mistaken, that was the Coen brothers.
Yep.
So that was something out of their wheelhouse. Great job on that.
No, we are all forgetting the greatest movie musical ever made from Justin to Kelly.
She said
Wait.
she did an interview and she was like, I wish that movie would just disappear. And everybody's like throwing it in her face to get signed. And I was like, oh my God, that's so horrible.
Wait. I'm not going to say Les Mis. I can't believe I didn't think of this. I'm going to go with the very first musical that as a kid I remember, Little Shop of Horrors, Rick Moranis.
Oh, I love Little
Wait,
Shop of Horrors.
I bet you I can find one that you remember even earlier than that.
Annie.
Grease.
Yeah, Grease.
Ooh.
Grease as a kid, but I like it. Little Shop of Horrors was the one that got me like to sit down and
Would you consider Flashdance a musical?
no. It technically
All right, fine.
Breaking.
Huh?
Breaking.
Wife said it's not.
Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Wait. What about the
Turbo
Ring?
and Ozone. Come on now.
The Wiz. Don't forget The Wiz. If we're gonna stay on social justice, The Wiz got to be thrown in there because that was
Diana
also
Ross,
Hair.
Diana Ross, Michael Jackson. Yes.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones.
Hair. All right, Hair is one of my favorite offbeat musicals.
Hairspray.
Reefer Madness.
No, Hair.
Oh,
I like Reefer Madness. That was funny.
Crybaby.
No, Hair has Treat Williams, John Savage, Beverly D'Angelo.
What are you talking about, Nadia?
It's basically about hippies in New York City. But John Savage he's a dude from the Midwest, comes to New York City to join the military. He has one night in New York City. He meets these hippies, and they just ruin his life.
Damn.
But it's really good. Except the music. It's good.
Well, Treat
All right,
Williams, he was also in the Sniper series of movies.
What are you talking about? Assassins.
Yeah,
Nadia.
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I was like, Assassins wasn't musical.
No, Assassins was a movie, which is a good movie.
Yeah,
It was a good movie.
That's like saying Desperado was a musical with Antonio Banderas. All I want to do is play my guitar.
or
Nadia.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That was a musical, though. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was a
It
musical.
was. It had musical parts.
This gloomp, Augustus gloomp.
I mean, they were singing, they was dancing.
Exactly. See, it just that movie. And we had the Gene Wilder. All of us in here would know that there was the Gene Wilder version, and then we saw the,
Johnny
Tim
Depp
Burton
version.
and the.
So
Burton
here's the
version.
thing: is that was the next one in line when I was going to say Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was the next in line to be my worst remake.
No, first of all, question: if you've seen all three of these movies, Gene Wilder, Johnny Depp, Crispin Glover, who did the best version of Willy Wonka? Because Crispin Glover did it in, was it Epic Movie? I think it was Epic Movie.
Who did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
That was Johnny Depp.
I'm gonna say Gene Wilder.
But Crispin
Gene Wilder's best of all.
Crispin
Yeah,
Glover. Look
crazy
it up.
looking as
Look it up, folks. Crispin Glover as Willy Wonka. It's
I
hilarious.
think I know what you're talking about.
Bob. You go
It's
left.
hilarious.
I'm just I support you when you go left. I'm gonna go with the group on this one. I gotta go with Gene Wilder. He's classic.
Fine.
I will have to watch that because that sounds
Yeah, I'll
hilarious.
All right. So y'all have fun.
Well,
out
I'm talking
here.
about Nadia says
I'm going over
Assassins is
here.
a musical about people who killed and tried to kill the president. I'm gonna have to try to check that out.
Shit, I'm looking at it. I need to find that one.
I'll check that out. I mean, I've seen
The
there's
Purge
other
the musical.
Well, here's the other thing. I've also been exposed to Japanese musicals because Lord help me when I say this, and I doubt anybody in our chat has ever watched this. I dated somebody that's my son's mother. She was a very big fan of the Japanese Sailor Moon or Sailor Moon musicals, which are Sailor Moon live action musicals. And I have to admit, I was like, what the hell am I watching? It's like girls in anime costumes dancing on a stage and singing in a language. I didn't speak Japanese that well at that time. And I was like, wait a second. There was one of those musicals stood out to me, and it was based
That's
on
called High and Tie.
No. It's called oh god, it was the Shin Kaguya Shima Densetsu, the Legend of the Pirate Princess, and it was like amazing because the lady that did the Pirate Princess was like amazing. She and this guy that was the villain, he had like these crazy dreadlocks and just stood, and his like voice just echoed, and it was so awesome. And I have their soundtrack on my phone, and I love it. And it's like that's one of those few. And I've watched like Hunter x Hunter, like most anime was turned into it. Especially like what was it? Bleach did a live action, which was actually pretty good, and I have the soundtrack to that. I know that they did. What was it? They did. Kamen Rider does a couple of them, which is like Sentai, and that's about it. But like, if you ever want to be exposed to something different and you don't understand the language, there are some really good ones out there to just check out, especially if you're a fan of the shows. Like watching like an anime done live action is actually pretty cool. You know, it's a little weird at first, but when you watch it, you're kind of like, oh wow, there's Ichigo running around stage. I mean, yeah, granted, it's weird that he's singing, but it's like, come on, it's a Disney movie. Think about Disney. Disney does shit.
I will have to say this. This is part of that conversation. Nadia, Neil Patrick Harris, in my opinion, is probably the best vocalist out of all the actors. Like, I love his singing. And a lot of people don't understand how great of a vocalist Doogie Howser was. So,
But that's what he went to school for, though.
huh?
Like the magician, he's the jack of all trades, but he actually is a trained singer.
Yeah. He was on Glee too.
I know. I'm not gonna.
I'm a Gleek. I'm sorry.
No, I watched Glee. I did. I'm not gonna listen. When you love musicals, you're gonna watch shows that gravitate to being musical. Like my favorite episode of Buffy was the musical episode.
I don't even remember the musical episode.
It was in season 7.
I
And it had a
feel
whole-
so old today, guys. I'm just gonna say, because there was a guy at my work and we were talking about something, and then we started talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I was talking about the movie with Christy Swanson
and Luke Perry.
and he had no idea what I was talking about. Like
How old is he? See, that's what you have to look at, because I've had those
20s,
conversations.
but I was like, you know what? I miss the old movie. I wish they would remake another one, or they would do another one with her in it. And they should have brought her into the series. And he was like, there was a movie. I was like, just go away from me. Get away. Just back off. He's like, was Angel in it? I was like, I ought to kick you in the nuts.
Honestly, if it was me, and you're gonna do, and again, I'm kind of akin to liking those weird remakes that are like darker than the original. I like that stuff. Like if you did a Buffy that wasn't campy and was darker, that had Christy Swanson like kind of not play her role again, but like maybe be the mom to the Buffy character. And I mean, Luke Perry's obviously gone, but maybe Jungle Boy, Jack Perry could be in it. You know, you could do a couple. Hey, I like Jungle Boy. The kid's a good looking dude, and he's a great wrestler. I don't know what he's like as an actor, but you know, if you're gonna remake it, go with a darker angle. You know.
And I completely agree with you, Liz. Grant Gustin was on Glee, just like.
Hang on.
And he also
was
Flash episode.
Right show, wrong actor. Jesse L. Martin.
Which one's that?
It was Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe's great too. But Grant Gustin's got a voice, bro.
So
He's got like some deep pipes.
So does Melissa Benoist, Supergirl. If you didn't see, you missed out on Flash. If you didn't watch Flash, where they had the crossover musical episode with her and Flash stuck in a musical dimension.
Who? Me?
Yes.
I'm on the last season. I got like 3 episodes left of the last season.
Oh, so you that episode then?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking.
I've seen them all.
All right, no, I'm about to say, I was like, JC, I know you're the Flash man here, besides myself that likes Flash. Come on now.
I mean, come on. You doubt me?
I know, folks, I do doubt him. Don't look at the stuff behind you. That's a CG screen. That's a CG screen.
I got something new. Did I show you guys?
Anything new.
Are we showing off?
No, we're not gonna do that because you show off too hard. And the only thing I can show off is this. I'll go like this. Look, see this. I got this. It has the sticker.
That's cool though. Miles is cool.
The Asian exclusive Flash.
Dope as hell. This has magnets in the feet, so you can take the shoes, the feet off, and put the Nikes on.
Oh, and Dre, you're also right show, wrong character, because Jeremy and Jordan, who plays one of the like lab guys.
Yes,
he's got a voice on him too.
Yeah, he does too.
So Playful Gorilla's new figure.
Oh, cool. It's on card. I like that.
Yep.
All right,
And-
Robert, what are you bringing out?
And it came with a custom pin of the character as well.
Is that Ricochet?
Ricochet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's about that time, guys.
I gotta look because Miles is the only thing I really got to show.
This is a travesty. This is Big E. He's
You
so
don't have- wait.
tiny.
You didn't get the Elite? The Elite's like cheap on Amazon.
I bought these from Whatnot.
Hey, you got that Whatnot. I have Elites. I got an
Hey,
Elite.
Whatnot
Biggie.
is awesome. That's like my addiction when I have money and I don't have money. So
I'm about to tell you what's money. I know bills take my money. Food takes my money.
comics
wife's laughing.
apparently take my money.
That Undertaker looks good. I got it
That's a good
Bob.
one.
for you. Your Christmas box have some goodies in it.
So let's talk about it. Let's start with AEW. What happened in AEW this week? The Masvidal knee to Chris Jericho.
All right,
Wow.
so if we're gonna talk AEW first, I'm gonna just give praise. I'd rather not go end on a downer. Let's talk about a botchmania of a pay-per-view that was called Extreme Rule.
I want to talk about that in a minute. Give me a minute.
Look. Rule. Extreme Rule, not rules, because rules implies what? Babe, you're an English teacher. Rules is what? When you have an
Plural.
It's plural, right? It's plural. When one match on a pay-per-view has an extreme rule. and
No,
other matches-
Liz, trust me. There's no love fest here.
Oh, no,
It is
we
on
hate-
my end for right now.
Oh no, I hated that pay-per-view.
I will.
No, all right.
We're going to talk about AEW first.
no,
AEW
'cause that-
first. I know.
like AEW.
I know.
I don't.
We're going to talk about AEW first.
Man,
Just
Who
wake
wants
me
to
up
talk
when y'all are
about
done.
Okay. So
Thank you, Liz, because I was about to say the same thing. Other than the fact that, yes, I would agree with Dre. There should have been a more,
Liz,
other than the
trust me,
one
I
match.
wasn't-
I was expecting other matches to have had the Extreme Rule stipulation.
any chances
will-
to throw? Vince didn't make the pay-per-view till literally Saturday night. He did not.
if we're going to talk about Extreme Rules first, let's talk about it first.
all right.
Thank
So-
you.
I'm going
But-
first.
But
Oh, good.
I-
Terrible.
I enjoyed the pay-per-view up until whatever finish that was.
Wait, you mean the guy that pulled a lever like a freaking circus act that made
The-
Finn Balor?
I
kayfabe.
enjoyed the tag title match. I enjoyed Alexa versus Charlotte. I enjoyed Bianca and Becky. I enjoyed that hodgepodge of a 6-man tag they made. I enjoyed the triple threat. I enjoyed everything up until they did Finn Balor dirty.
All right. No, we're gonna talk.
yeah,
I'm not talking
overall, I will
Funny.
totally agree with
Hey, I'm
Robert
change-
on this.
No,
This
that
has
pay-per-view-
been one of their best shows in a
They
long
didn't do
time.
that bad.
It was a solid show
all right. Here,
up until that point.
Let me explain my 2 cents on this. I was messaging the group chat. Me and Bob, me and JC, we're talking about it. I loved that opening 6-man tag match.
Yeah.
It was good. The triple threat for the U.S. title, that was good. That was good. The Usos against the Street Profits, that was great. I like those two teams. I like Street Profits more because I know one of the guys more personally, Montez Ford. Shout out to you. I did dislike immensely the ending and therefore the weird, I'm going to put an Alka-Seltzer in my mouth and sit there and have it on my tongue where the cameraman could see her tongue with this big ass white pill that's sitting there, which she pulled out of her breast and put it on her tongue, and did not work. The whole Lily
but
thing.
that's not her fault.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's not her fault. It was bad.
It was hilarious, but still, the only thing they could have done differently, in my opinion, in that moment, is Charlotte tears up Lily. Why not?
They should have had
Lights
that under
go
the
off,
table
and
with a bottle of water so she could hit it and come
like
up
when she
from
pulled
behind the table foaming.
Well, because what she did was when she got to like the point where she was in the middle of the ring crying, and she went like this. Like I literally saw her take her left hand, go into her breast, pull it out, and put it in her mouth, and then she was like,
"Well, that would taste like boob sweat. I wouldn't want that in my mouth either."
In her mouth to make it look like she was foaming at the mouth, and I was upset with that.
They should have had the human representation of Lily in the ring.
Now, if they were
attack Charlotte, that's end.
Wait,
that would have been badass.
If they're ending the angle with her being this deep persona to get her back, then I'm all for it. Then I think that's a great idea. Which a lot of the wrestling website dirt sheets were saying that was a way to close out this shitty angle for her and kind of retool her character. I was like, yes, let's go for that because I don't like the stupid.
It's turning her into Lily. That's what they're doing. They're turning her into Lily. She's not going to be the old Alexa like everybody wants. What she's going to be is the Fiend. And that's what they want to turn her into, is the female Fiend. And that's how that played out. Is that was what that whole Alka-Seltzer tab was supposed to do. It was supposed to bring the demon out in her. And it just sucked. Like that whole freaking...
That angle was...
Go ahead. I'm going to let y'all finish.
All right, so I was like, okay, the show it could use a little bit of like help. And then I watched that entrance, and Bob knows I said my favorite gimmick Finn Balor has is the demon. I absolutely love that angle. That gimmick that he does, it's like I had the pop. I've been trying to find the damn Ultimate figure. He is an amazing, amazing character gimmick. And I was like, he said, the match was not bad.
No.
Where they started losing me was after he got speared and he was laying face down, the music came on and the red light kicked on, and then he starts doing this floundering like a fish on the ground. And then he gets up, and I was like, all right, he's hulking up. He's going to beat up Roman. I mean, you're not going to win. Gets up on that top turnbuckle, and dead ass, it reminded me of someone in the back having a switch or a button. All right, we're going to make sure it happens. I can see Vince doing it. He's like, all right, give me the button. When's Balor up there? Balor's up there? All right. 3, 2, 1. Hit the button. All right, he fell. And then everybody looks at like, what the hell happened? Because it didn't break. It wasn't like AEW where I was at the show where Dash got his freaking arm hooked in the turnbuckle and was bleeding on the floor. That was real. This bullshit was completely like staged because it was a lever that you heard go click and it dropped.
I mean, you know, and Liz said it earlier. Let's see how they pay this off. I don't get it. It doesn't mean I don't like it, but there could have been a little bit more explanation there.
Did you hear what they called? So all the dirt sheets this morning and last night after the pay-per-view, they officially said WWE has ruined the demon, and they called Roman God. Roman officially is God. If this is the angle they're shooting for, I hope to God Lesnar kills him at Crown Jewel and takes the belt. I never wanted to ever say that on this channel, folks, but I hope to God Lesnar takes that belt off.
And Liz, you're right. You know, rings have broken. I've had no issues with that. My only issue in that short immediate reaction is, what the hell is this? But if they explain it, if they say, hey, you know, A, B, C, D, I'm cool with that. As long as there's an explanation, don't just leave it at that. And then, you know, Roman's fighting, you know, Titus O'Neil on Friday, you know.
Well, the weird thing is, that terrible. It was like in the midst of it happening, it wasn't like it was a botch like, oh shit, because technically the match would stop. You wouldn't keep going. Like when the Big Show and Lesnar broke the ring and the ring collapsed, they didn't keep going with the match. They stopped. That would have been
Lesnar.
I know it is, Liz. I'm just saying, pay that off, explain it, fine. I'm cool with it. But in that moment, I was like, what the hell is this? I thought Finn Balor was going to win.
Go ahead,
but
Smith.
they have, in a way, Dre is right, though. They had, going into that match, they had made the comment, Balor, as the Demon, has never lost until that match.
Exactly.
So now you've ruined this whole mystique of the alter ego thing.
And the worst was you let him hulk up. It wasn't like the Undertaker, like we've all known the Undertaker's illustrious career where he's gotten up and like fought back, gets kicked down, and sits back up. Kane did the same thing. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, they all did like the, they had their moment to like come back. Here, Balor had that. And whenever you've seen them, and I know the correct wrestling vernacular is called turning the tide, when that point happened in the match where Balor was on the offensive, that was your chance to either have a DQ finish, some sort of draw, do something to where he was not going to be tarnished in his career. Because to me now, you've killed Balor's push. Balor had the best chance to come up against Roman, and because you want to protect him for whatever damn reason you're doing it, boom, you've ruined anybody that goes against him. Potential threat like Lesnar to potential threat like Big E was Bobby Lashley. Nobody can beat him. Are you trying to tell me that nobody that has beaten his ass in the past can't beat him now? Because you're protected? He's protected. It's not kayfabe. It is kayfabe in a sense. I know that he's protected because he's not going to lose the belt. So why put up a cool-ass character to sell tickets? Because you're trying to compete with AEW? Because that's what it is.
They wanted to depict him as unbeatable.
And they did.
Bullshit.
Exactly.
I hate it. I really... So here's the thing. Is like, you guys know me. I'm a Roman fan. But here's the thing. I'm a Finn fan, and Balor deserved that damn title as much as he fought last night, as much as he took the punishment he took. He came back and he gave every bit of it back to Roman, and he deserved that damn title last night, and he got screwed. If you guys didn't notice, it wasn't this big Vince push a button in the back. It was Paul Heyman there was actually a spot on the post Paul Heyman went over and grabbed, and everything fell.
It makes sense because I told you, like, that's why when I heard the lever, because that was a lever, like, click, and then that one turnbuckle fell. It wasn't like if it was a true botch where the ring fell up, where, like, things, you would see all the supports fall, and they would have had, like, at least the other top buckles fall, and the ref would have automatically stopped the match because they know that the risk of you going over and hurting yourself is bigger. When they didn't stop the match, this is bullshit.
And Liz, you're right. Once they said he was unbeatable, that's what they did. What's up, Vicious? How you doing?
Well,
I didn't say he was unbeatable.
He was losing, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. All right. So I'm about to shit all over what you guys just said. So,
really?
Charlotte and Alexa match was garbage, hands down. There was so many botches. I didn't care for it at all. The whole Lily fascination with Charlotte kind of threw me off. It just never got off on the right foot with me. I did enjoy most of the Triple Threat United States Championship match. That one was really good. There was some moments in it where I was like unsure of it. I'm not too impressed with anything else. I really didn't like the whole Sasha Banks coming back and screwing us out of a great match again. That was bullshit. Because Becky and Bianca were doing justice for that title. It was a
solid.
great match, and the ending sucked. And that's how this has been lately. It's been a great match, and then an ending.
Honestly, if you didn't have the draft coming up Friday, I liked that move. Honestly, for me, I thought it was a way. Now you've got a three-way rivalry thing you can play up.
But you got Charlotte, Ronda. You got Charlotte, Ronda, and Becky all over again. That's the same thing that we're doing now. That's what they want, and they just keep shoving it down our throats. And yeah, I'm done. But the Uso match, that was one of the highlights for me, because I think that tag team match, they both teams laid it all on the line, and I loved every bit of it.
I agree with you on that.
That was a decent match. That was
Roman and Finn was a great match, and they ruined it. Like, it was a great David versus Goliath match, just all the way through, and they ruined it. And not only did they shit on the Demon, which is by far my favorite character of all WWE gimmicks, they shit on Roman because of that tainted win. So that's think
of Cesaro. Cesaro had a great match against him, and he turned the tide too. And then what happens to Cesaro? You put him into the obscurity again. It's like they get these guys that are actual, like Cesaro was a legitimate contender. And then you have Cesaro, and they're like, oh, well, we don't want to push him. Heyman's the one that loves Cesaro. Heyman's the one that helped get Cesaro into that main event slot. And then you don't push him.
True. Did you see that? Shane Thorne is Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. And they said that that's his choice for his gimmick.
Well, I mean, pretty much when they say either do this or you're fired, yeah, I'm going to choose do this. I need to feed my kids. Well, I don't have kids, but you know.
Yeah, feed the dogs.
Yeah.
That was my opinion on it. I mean, I know a lot of people were surprised that I'm not siding with Roman on this one, saying, "Yay, Roman!"
No, I mean it's
enough.
Good match. We all know it.
I think so. Here's honestly, I've already put him in my top 3, but Ben is up there. He's like he's probably 1 or 2. It's a toss up in the right current wrestlers. He's 1 or 2, and I love the Demon gimmick, just like you said. I actually have the shirt for the Demon gimmick, where it's the Demon King. So to see that gimmick get shit on, yeah, I was good. But I will say the heartbeat they did in NXT as well.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about at the end of towards the end of the match, where like the Usos were laid out by Finn.
When the red flash, yeah, they did that in NXT too.
Red light come on, and it was like,
yeah, and
he's like, and then he gets up. I was like, just let him pop up like Undertaker, man.
But they did, they did that in NXT too, and it gave
I don't remember pop.
That. He did it against Aleister Black.
For me, all that worked.
I gotta look at that.
Like I said, once they pay off what happened at the end of the match, as long as there's a clear understanding of why that happened, I'm okay with it. But in that moment when you're excited and you want Finn to win, and they pull that cheap finish, you're gonna be a little mad. But
yeah, it was a bullshit.
If come Friday they run it back and something happens, I'm fine with that. I'll give WWE the chance to pay it off. But
yeah, I'm going to side with Liz and Bob on that one. I mean, yeah, I didn't like. When I
in the heat of the moment when you're like, who they draw, he don't win.
Yeah, I was like, what the? Seriously? But yeah,
he that was the thing. Like, if you look at Finn's face, it wasn't like Finn knew that it was going to happen. It was like he stood up there, and then next thing you know, it's like he because there's a moment where he's talking to the ref, and the ref wasn't asking him if he was okay. Finn looked at the turnbuckle, then looked at the ref like, "What's going on?" Because there wasn't like that.
I mean, to be honest, when Finn stood there for about a half an hour, had a cup of coffee and had a crawler, you knew something was going to happen. You know. I mean, I'm not stupid. You know, he stood there for a long time. I think he was on the phone with his mama saying, "Mama, I'm losing this match." You know, don't cry for me, Argentina. Kliq, and then he fell.
Totally forgot about that one too.
So, long story short, I'll wait and see how it all plays out.
I don't think he knew what was going on. I think he knew something was happening. I don't think he knew it was that.
No, yeah. I mean, a fall like that, you gotta brace yourself for it, or else you're gonna blow a knee out.
And he looked
like he almost did too.
When you hear
he got
Kliq,
caught
you
on the
brace
second
yourself.
turnbuckle.
That's
when
what
you
I'm
hear
saying.
Kliq, you brace yourself.
That's what took 25 minutes. He was up there just chilling, talking to Paul Heyman. Hey, Paul, how you doing? How are the kids? All right, I'm gonna fall now.
Yeah, I don't think that at all. The way it looked like to me was that he got up there, he got to the top turnbuckle, he set up because I saw his knee was wobbly, and then he gets into the position for the coup de grace.
Yeah, and 10 minutes later he falls.
The click happens, and he instead of it going like this, like where his legs would have landed and he could have rolled, it's like his knees came down onto the second turnbuckle, and then they hooked his feet, and then he fell forward, which actually looked like that hurt.
See, the first time I watched it, it was just Kliq, and he got up there. It looked like it took a minute or two, and then Kliq, and then he was down. That second time I watched it, it was just he got up there, did the coup de grace, and Kliq. So, I don't know.
Just wake me up when y'all are done.
Listen, I'm gonna tell my opinion now. You are. So I'm just saying, I think that conspiracy-wise, that was BS. I'm gonna call BS on WWE on that one.
We agree, Liz. If that's what makes these types of talks so interesting, because we all have something we don't like. We all have something we really do, and we like to argue those points.
Yeah.
And we like to think of what you guys want to see us argue about. And that's pretty much our show.
Much like Sasha Banks saved us from another bullshit ending.
Which I agree with. I was glad that she came in. I felt like Becky
because we're 4 days away from the freaking draft. Bianca's going over to Raw to fight with Charlotte now.
And be real, Becky is got ring rust on her.
I enjoy a little bit of both, so I'm stuck in the middle.
I like both. I'm not total AEW and I'm not total WWE. I'm just like, I like wrestling. That's my thing. I like indie. I like NJPW. I'll watch Ring of Honor. I watched Ring of Honor Saturday. And that was pretty good, Ring of Honor. But I'll watch any type of wrestling just because it's wrestling. Just like me and my wife just had this conversation. I'll watch football just because it's football. Like, she thinks I seem to have an obsession with football, which I do. But at the same time, it's a sport I love, and I love to talk about it. I love to watch it, so I'm going to do it. So,
you're critical.
I agree with you. I agree with you that the technical wrestlers like to gravitate more towards AEW, and the more theatrical people like to gravitate more towards WWE.
Well, because what did I say? You have sports entertainment, which is WWE, and that's what they call themselves. And you have AEW, which calls themselves professional wrestling.
Well, the good news is after the 434 day mark, when Roman can erase CM Punk from the record books, he can lose. And guess what? We're not that far off.
I know. We're at 397.
98 days.
Yeah.
So
they would be,
a couple more weeks, and then we can start to him losing.
Oh, would that take us to what? Crown Jewel?
No.
It's not.
No.
It's not enough.
Actually, no.
It'd be it's a big one. It'd be Survivor Series.
That'd be nice.
Hey, you.
Just in time for
Come over
Christmas, folks. Brand new Universal Champ.
Grab it. You're going the other way.
And you know that, and you know that's why he's keeping the title belt this long, is to get rid of CM Punk.
Oh, especially after. Come on, Mama. You want to be on the show? Get it. Go get it.
You're going
Hey, everybody likes to see the baby. She's been walking. She's running like crazy, so we have to chase her. Peanut.
He won it August 30th, 2020.
Yeah, that's the only reason you're coming over here now. Here, you want a honeycomb? Here, come here. I'll give you more. Daddy got you over here. See, Daddy had to get her with food. Yeah.
It's $3.92 right now.
Look at that. Everybody.
And what's the record? What's the record?
434.
434, which is The Rock. Remember, The Rock said it. And The Rock ended CM Punk. So it's kind of ironic that The Rock ended CM Punk and that his nephew would end the Punk reign as well. Just interesting that it would be that.
Hold on.
And it opposite ends of the year, too.
I'm doing WWE math over here.
Roman's going to do it towards the end of the year, one of the last big ones. Oh, you saying hi? Say hi, everybody. Hey, Papa P. You're trying to do this to Bob? Are you dancing for Abby Kadabby? Mama's over there. You want another honeycomb? Here you go. Have a little one. The Geek Baby's a superhero today. She's a future superhero, folks.
Oh boy.
So there's November 21st. What pay-per-view is November 21st?
Survivor Series. That's the big one. Just like Royal Rumble is.
All right. Did you guys see the beginning of Raw tonight?
The Hurt Business.
Get to watch it.
Huh?
The Hurt
I didn't get
Business.
to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
All right.
what?
What did you think about the start the show and then put them in as do a cage match later?
They've done that a couple of times. I'm okay with it.
I actually thought, when they initially said they were going to start the show with that, I was like, why do you guys keep doing that? But
Because
I like the spin on.
Yeah. Yeah, Dre, the Hurt Business is back.
Oh, Cedric Alexander
And
so
Shelton Benjamin. Yeah. They're helping.
follow MVP's Instagram. He was talking to Shelton Benjamin on a plane a week ago. He's like, I'm negotiating some new business.
Hey, November 21st literally is Survivor Series. That's the
Which would
date
be
they put Survivor.
Which is interesting. Yeah. One more.
I'm not
All
a
right,
small
Liz,
man.
this is
but
going to be my
That's the
question
date
to
they
you.
put for Survivor Series.
Starting the show with your big belt, that doesn't cheapen the big belt?
No.
Because you have to either
Yes.
go big or close big.
If you watched the Seth Rollins
Yeah.
interview after Extreme Rules, you would have realized that him and Brock started off Mania with the title on the line.
Yep, the King Slayer and the Beast Slayer. I'm sorry,
So
but actually, who was it
November
that said-
21st will put that 3 days from the record breaking.
No, Jericho. I think
3
Jericho
days
said that.
before or 3 days after?
3 days before.
Oh no!
Then they won't. Then he
No
won't
way.
lose in Survivor.
Vince is petty as all get out.
I know. That's why he would do that.
It's about time they brought back the Hurt Business.
What is it?
And yes, Liz, MVP has been the best. Has been one of the best things in the last year or so.
I disagree fully. He's not even the best manager.
Yeah, he is.
Awesome manager. He has great mic skills.
You know who has great mic skills and is a great manager?
Who?
MVP's former tag team championship partner, Matthew J. Hardy.
Everything. All right.
Fair.
I'm gonna be like Liz now. Everything revolves around AEW.
This had nothing to do with AEW. I'm talking Matthew Hardy.
Matthew Hardy is in AEW right now. And first of all, Matt Hardy is not even the best wrestler in his family.
No, he's not.
No.
True.
I think King Maxwell is better than Matt Hardy.
Hell yeah.
No, the new baby boy.
Nah. His wife is a better wrestler than him.
Reba
Rebel.
is, yes.
Reba.
Reba Sky was a good wrestler. No, it's not AEW.
No, it's not
time.
AEW time, Liz. I was defending you.
Try to think. The best manager in WWE.
You lost it.
MVP.
No. It's Malcolm
Heyman.
Bivens.
Currently NXT 2.0. Next.
No.
Bivens.
MVP.
I'm the best manager.
Because if it wasn't for all right, let's do a comparison here. Bobby Lashley with Leo Rush, Bobby Lashley with MVP.
MVP also is a more established personality than Leo Rush was.
But I'm just saying, technically speaking, the manager shouldn't carry the talent.
True.
Technically speaking.
Jimmy Hart did at times.
But I'm saying they shouldn't. The manager should complement the talent, not carry the talent.
Nadia,
But
if you guys want to come on and join this in a live conversation as opposed to just through chat, JC, please send them the link.
They want to go 2-on-2 with the great one.
You have the link, send it to him.
You want to go 1-on-1 with the great one?
The geeky baby.
You don't want the smoke. Well,
I know. Wait! Don't forget CM Punk's great line. Your arms are too short to box with God. The line he told The Rock.
They said the geeky baby can be their manager.
Oh, she is. She's my manager, right? She said,
like, bye.
I take like 75%. Daddy gets 25.
She said, nope, I'm a mess.
See, but Heyman just does the same shit.
Here's what we'll do.
Link was emailed to you, Liz.
She said she's a mess. She's not going to do it.
Yeah, I know.
So here's what we'll do.
Next week, since we're about done with our time this week. Next week, Lizzie and Nadia, and I'm two of you, and we're going to go head and head with AEW/WWE. This don't be fun.
Bob,
It's gonna be awesome.
Bob, we got a tag team.
I'm on it.
We the tag team, bro. Manager, right here.
I got
You've got a week,
30
Liz.
years.
You got a week, Liz.
Next week.
So next week, Liz and Nadia versus
Me and Bob.
I was gonna say Dre and Bob.
now, yeah. Oh, I have a week. Now the smack talk starts up again.
Liz, I love you. Don't get it twisted. I love you. But with like wrestling, I'm gonna be like Moxley. I have all the respect in the world for you, but when that bell rings, I'm going to end you.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy next week.
Oh yeah,
So
this is gonna be
much.
fun.
Bob and I,
Wow,
we got-
we're talking
Oh.
about next week.
yo, Bob, we got a week. We got to get T-shirts. We want the smoke. I got a red solo.
But
cup.
here's the thing: Bob's not an
Montez.
AEW guy either.
I am. That's all that matters. He's my WWE guy. I'm
He's
the
your WWE.
I know it all, bro. But
All right. So, do we want to do this trivia style?
Go ahead.
What do you think, Bob?
Oh, we can do trivia.
All right. So I'll come up with some questions for
But my-
both
It doesn't matter what your name is.
for both AEW and WWE, classic and new.
I'm gonna
So-
go back and watch my best of Spark Plug Holly DVD now.
And then me and Smitty will be your
You're the
in
announcer.
betweens. We'll be the commentators, and we'll be the people giving the questions out. Like I'll send Smitty half the questions.
Oh, you can't set a trivia. Come on, Liz.
Oh, I'm awesome.
Liz, it's wrestling.
It's wrestling trivia, which she should kick ass at because she's lit.
Yeah.
Hey, baby,
Yeah.
coming. She's gonna come to you.
So
Go to mama.
We'll come this way.
Go to mama.
next week we'll have some discussion.
Yeah.
We'll have some questions, and we'll talk. What are we going to talk about next week? Like, is there a movie that you guys want to check out, or actually, I have an artist I want you guys to look at, and it's a music artist. I want you to bring me one of his songs and tell me what your favorite song of his.
Make sure you to the group chat and Insta so that way, because if I forget,
Yeah, I will. So I've been like on this guy's kick for the past couple months. So we're gonna do some NF. Do you guys know NF?
MF Doom,
No, NF.
NF, never heard of it.
Yeah. So he's a rapper. He doesn't cuss. He's not Christian, but he is a Christian, but he's not a Christian rapper. You know, so he's a rapper and he doesn't cuss. But I want you guys to listen to him, find one song that you like, something that speaks to you, and bring it back to the group.
Okay.
You good with that?
Yeah.
It's
Sure,
just
I'm trying-
NF.
I'm trying to think of a movie.
Yes, please come up
People-
with something else.
I got something. I got another challenge. I got a challenge for you guys. If you guys are on my Facebook, so is Liz and a few of the guys in the chat. I did a project for my wife that I did before, which was Hispanic Heritage superheroes, and I'm tempted to actually see my friends take a step further than that. Since this is the Geek Depot, there's not Geek Depot, the Nerd Dungeon. We got to go this route.
We're nerds here.
I want to see who can come up with a Hispanic actor and or artist or somebody that has influenced you in your life personally for Hispanic Heritage Month.
Okay.
John Leguizamo.
Don't tell me that now. Save it. I agree.
I'm gonna
Can
forget
we-
about it.
But find a piece of work.
He's going to be hard to beat. Yeah.
Cameron Diaz.
Wait.
Juan Cena.
Juan. I can't see him. I can't see him.
He doesn't exist.
Exactly. If it was gonna be Leguizamo, you can't beat that. Edward James Olmos.
The past.
Uh,
He was in
He's been
Mario
around.
Brothers.
yeah, but Leguizamo has huh?
He was Captain Adama.
He was
I-
past.
All right.
Leguizamo.
Leguizamo's a comedian. He's been
He
in
was Tybalt,
he's
the Prince
been
of
in an
Cats.
action. He's been in a more horror type movie. He's been in musicals.
He was Tybalt, the Prince of Cats.
All right.
Oh, he's the clown guy in Spawn.
Danny Trejo.
He,
Trejo's
you
been in
you want to talk
Emilio
about
Estevez.
one lane? There you go.
Who? Have you not seen Spy Kids?
Oh God.
All right,
Danny Trejo's been in comedy. Huh?
No, my thing is I want everybody to pick if Bob's gonna go with Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cesar
I'm not saying-
Romero's great.
Oh,
Cesar Romero is amazing.
I know Cesar Romero's another one. I mean, I have a few that I could go out with. I'm not saying them yet. I want you to pick one and find a
I've got
body
a
of
couple of them.
see, Liz knows me so well. My favorite version of Joker.
and he's amazing.
And you paint over the mustache, too.
Michael
You
Pena.
can't- His laugh was great, too. His Joker laugh was one of the better ones. So that was my challenge to the group because I felt like we as a
I
channel are
like
very,
that. We might make that one of our topics next week, Nadia, just because you asked for that one.
What was the
So,
topic?
what's your perspective on the Montreal Screwjob?
That's a show. That's a whole show.
I know, and it's going to be fun to get your perspective and Bob's perspective versus the ladies' perspective.
Brett screwed Brett.
Can I quote from Dark Side of the Ring? Because I actually watched it.
No,
Besides my own personal, because I have shit that I can go on.
it's a work. Ooh.
It could be.
All right. So next week we need a movie, or what are we going to watch this week? To
As a TV show, I mean, Lost Symbol was awesome. I'm loving the show. There's nothing really new. Actually, no.
do we
wait,
want to review Lost Symbol all the way through?
I kind of
Okay.
do. I kind of do because I like it week to week.
Huh?
But also, there's a new show called La Brea that starts tomorrow.
I agree. I want to see that too, but I
Like,
think
that's
we should donate a time a week for the Lost Symbol this during our.
Lost Symbol is awesome. We have to,
Yeah.
I like the show. So, but I would doing La Brea as well because that comes tomorrow.
And I'm gonna bring back another question for the group next week. It's gonna also gonna be a best and worst. Like this week we did the best and worst recasting. Next week we're gonna do a best and worst something else. So, and it's a on the spot question, so you won't know until I hit you with it.
And just then AEW match of the year contender, Omega versus Bryan Danielson. That's all I'm gonna say.
LP
Don't
or
say.
Liz, I'll be looking at Squid Game because I keep seeing it everywhere. I might look at and watch it, so I'm gonna check it out.
Watch the Seth Rollins Broken Skull interview.
That was
I-
awesome. I watched it last night.
Hi, baby.
All right, so until next week, we have quite a list of homework. We're gonna watch our Lost Symbol episode 2. We're gonna review it next week.
Terrible homework. A show I like.
Huh?
I said it's such terrible homework. I like the show.
Okay. We're also going to be coming up with a Hispanic Heritage Month figure for our. Did you say a modern one and a history?
No, you can just pick anybody that you want, like an actor, an athlete, a singer,
That's meant
artist,
something to you in your life.
personally.
Yeah. Okay. So that, and then we'll have the battle of guy versus girl, or man versus lady, whatever you want to call it, in nerd WWE AEW trivia. So this is gonna be fun.
Oh, yes. And Robert, you'll love this. Liz does a podcast. Home is where the hallmark is.
I need
Where
to catch
she-
up on it.
Huh?
Hey, it's not a big secret. I love Hallmark movies, so I'll
No,
catch
really-
up
yeah.
on that.
So check out her
What?
her
You love
podcast.
Hallmark
movies.
movies?
Are
Christmas
you guys-
movies, sucker for them.
I can't do. I don't know why. I just don't get into them. My
Well,
family
I mean,
loves them.
JC, you can stare at the screen, and no matter if you fall asleep or not, you'll know where you're at because
That's true.
it's the girl falls in love with the prince.
See,
The
that's
guy
always
falls
the
in
case.
love with the princess.
Just like if you're watching a Hallmark horror movie, the girl's running down the hall for 30 minutes, and you're just like, hey, she's in that closet in there. Go get her.
Yeah.
Oh, my mother-in-law likes Hallmark movies. She watches them every year, and we watch at least one with her around the holidays. So I'm expecting to, and I fall asleep.
You
all
gotta
the time.
watch them. I mean, they're fun. You know.
My
We will
mom is
also be continuing our Fatal 4-Way match next week. We'll have our next match to review, which I have it written down right over here somewhere. But we'll be watching, I think it was a Hell in a Cell between the four of us, our four superstars.
Nice.
I'm in the lead so far with one win, so woohoo. The winner gets this illustrious title.
2K22 comes out in March, so.
And that's when we will be doing our GM mode.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have that too. I'm actually gonna get it.
So until next week, thank you guys for dropping in and watching us and talking with us. We will talk to you guys later. As always, peace out.
Later, guys.
Later.